Universe 6's legendary assassin having to be reintroduced in the world of Dragon Ball Super's Tournament of Power story, we've had the opportunity to witness Hit once more in action and showcasing his abilities further, as did with the recent events involving Goku Black prior to the Tournament of Power story, and having to enforce his own corrupt vision of what he deems and wants to establish as his perfect utopia. The million-dollar question is, who would survive if the legendary assassin Hit encountered the god killer known as Goku Black in an all-out no-holds-barred deathmatch? And on today's video, we're going to be diving in-depth and seeing what each character has to offer and what the end result might be if these two legendary skilled warriors were to meet one-on-one in battle. And just for a reminder, if you guys are new to this channel and of course love Dragon Ball, don't forget to go on ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications by clicking that bell icon. That way you guys can be notified whenever a brand new video is posted onto this channel in connection to Dragon Ball Super news, information, updates, and spoilers. Hashtag Dragon Ball Squad, as we kick things off with Universe 6's legendary assassin Hit making his debut in Dragon Ball Super episode 32, as he did once more during the Tournament of Power story, with his first opponents having to be Goku and Vegeta during the Champa story, alongside 70 other fighters in the Tournament of Power, with his duration having to last during the Champa arc all the way through until meeting his demise by the hands of Jiren in the Tournament of Power story. And with that, Hit has an impressive track record of being known as an assassin who never seems to miss his target and always seemingly having to get the job done during any course of situation and or action, in which we make our way towards Goku Black, who made his debut during Dragon Ball Super episode 47, with his opponents having to be Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks during the course of his run, with his duration having to last from Dragon Ball Super episode 47 until Dragon Ball Super episode 64, as he later merged with Zamasu in order to create Merge Zamasu, and thus having to end Goku Black's reign as a singular fighter. And before we officially begin, if you guys love what if battles, be sure to go on ahead and check out the following videos listed on your screen for more of an in-depth analysis as to what would be the outcome if the following fights were to take place involving all your favorite characters. So be sure to go on ahead and click the link down below to check out more previous what if battles prior to this. Now, Emosh, welcome back onto the channel, as the subject of Hit versus Goku Black is going to be the center of attention here today, in discussing the recent events of Hit during the Tournament of Power and Goku Black during the future Trunks story. And the reason why I was pretty much saving this topic of discussion was because I was hoping to see a massive development occur from Hit's character during the Tournament of Power. Now, we understand that Hit confronted the strongest character in the tournament and lost, but of course we did learn that Hit also possesses a very unique ability called the Cage of Time, which is pretty much a paralysis-like attack, which pretty much, freezes the opponent, in which he targets in some sort of cage or some sort of lock of time, which keeps them frozen momentarily until he's able to strike them. Now, I wanted to ask you personally, if we were to take Hit during the Tournament of Power and Goku Black during his final moments with Zamasu in the future Trunks story, in your opinion, considering both of their developments and how they rapidly improve as characters, because Goku Black and Hit are two of the most impressive and fastest improving characters within Dragon Ball Super, if you were to take Hit and Goku Black and have them go one-on-one with no rules, no restrictions, in your opinion, who do you think favors this fight more in terms of leniency? Would you go towards Goku Black in terms of his ruthlessness and his rapid growth and development, or would you say that in your opinion that someone like Hit would automatically just seal the deal by striking Goku Black in the heart with that one-shot attack that he normally does? Because this is a very interesting showcase, and I wanted to get your take on this. So by the end, who would you see walking away as the winner, and how do you think this fight would go if Hit battled Goku Black?
If it's a deathmatch, then Hit all day.
Really? Why is that?
Hit, he just wastes no time. He wastes no effort or energy when it comes to killing his opponents or killing someone, especially if that person is a job. If he has a hit out on them, then it's just a matter of that. But granted, that's how Hit operates when he has a mission, when he has a job.
Right.
Now, Hit fighting someone in a deathmatch, we do understand Universe 6 and 7 tournament, they kind of did lift the rules on, the whole no killing thing.
Yeah.
But did Hit still try to kill Goku? No, because I think at that point in time, they kind of created a mutual respect for each other. I think Hit also established that had it not been for Goku, he had absolutely no reason to improve to begin with.
Right.
So he kind of paid him a respect in that sense. So we got to see that Hit, he's not just some cold-blooded assassin. He treats that as his job. That's what he does. That's what he does to get by, etc. That's who he is. But he also is someone who is very capable of showcasing a certain amount of respect, let alone a mutual respect. Granted that, that's the first time we met Goku. That's a big deal. But against someone like Goku Black, who is just, well, you know, just hell-bent on just eradicating Ningen and all this other junk, I could see Hit, if Hit were to go at Goku Black with the same amount of resolve that he went against when he was fighting Jiren, then it's pretty much, I would say it's definitely one-shot potential. Granted that Hit was able to actually touch Jiren, actually put a hole in his chest.
Right.
You know, then if Goku Black is there with that, that's it. He's not immortal. It is what it is. It's GG no re from there.
So you believe that if Hit were to have the opportunity to strike Goku Black with that one single attack, it would be over from there, correct?
Well, I'm saying he would absolutely have the chance to get that opportunity.
So there's no doubt that Goku Black would just eventually be caught by that, and that would be the end of the fight.
No, exactly, because remember, Hit at that point has fought, at least at the at the time of the Tournament of Power, he's fought Goku twice already.
Right. So yeah, he knows
Goku
all about
fight
Goku.
The third time, even though Zamasu kind of utilizes his own abilities when he's fighting as Goku Black. At the same time, though, there's no doubt it has been established that once Zamasu learned how to use Goku's body by emulating his fighting stance and fighting nature and stuff like that, after that is when we saw him obtain Super Saiyan Rose. So with that information in mind, granted that Hit at this point in time is just so much more advanced than what Goku was when he fought Goku Black. And even in their second rematch coming into a Tournament of Power, even though it's kind of disappointing to see that Hit did not actually develop a new technique, so to say, because we know that the time cage, and let me just verify something real quick.
Right.
The time cage is a variation of the time skip. That's essentially what it is. It was already confirmed by Bottles. Basically what he does is, the only downside to this is that he has to touch you in order for it to take effect.
Right.
He has to physically make contact with you, and then from there, he continuously uses the time skip directly and only on you. What this does is, in my opinion, based how I perceived it, is that it creates an endless offset delay in terms of his time skip capabilities. So for example, if you guys remember when Goku first used Kaioken on Hit, right? And it showcased when Goku went Kaioken times 10, it showcased Goku charging towards Hit charging towards Goku, and he went into his time skip. But then over time, we saw Goku dodge the time skip and went under it, and then just unleashed hell on Hit. And basically what happened here is that Goku said, listen, it's no use, I'm far beyond your time skip. What happened here is that Goku was, in terms of speed, he was greater than the offset delay that the time skip creates. So essentially, Jiren wasn't essentially frozen, and we know confirmation of this because he was continuously used time skip on him. Hit continuously had to use time skip. It wasn't a one-time thing.
Same thing with Jiren too,
yeah, where Hit could actually place it on Jiren and then just walk away from it. No, he had to stand there and maintain that so-called time skip because he was applying it continuously. So if Hit was continuously applying a half-a-second time skip on him, because that's the last time we know Hit improved to that extent, right?
Right.
If he was continuously using this on Jiren, Jiren would have to continuously outspeed that half-a-second delay offset.
And he blitzed him like crazy. I mean, the only other person that was able to blitz him like that was Goku during their rematch. But I mean, that's making the assessment that he's grown so much since then. But do you think that, given Goku Black's ability to be, you know, just as cunning, I think, as any other fighter, because we saw how he was in terms of like battle, especially when he fought Vegeta, when he fought Goku and Trunks, despite, you know, having to, you know, sustain a lot of damage from Rage, Trunks, from Goku, he came back even during his final moments with Vegeta, as we saw when Vegeta was beating him down. He came back, and essentially enough, he ripped a massive hole in the sky that even he himself couldn't, you know, comprehend nor understand what he had done. And he even said it himself that he knew that Vegeta's method of growing was anger and rage, and he thought it was a very filthy way for mortals to get stronger. But then at that given point, right before he fused, he was considering it. So seeing how he adapted Goku's skill set, instant transmission, the Kamehameha, you know, being able to improve more so than any other character aside from Hit during that placement, do you think that Goku Black would have the advantage in outmaneuvering Hit when it came down to that energy saber? Because there were certain moments during the fight with Goku Black where he pulled out that energy saber and he essentially stabbed his victims. He stabbed, you know, Vegeta, he stabbed, he blew a hole in Trunks' body. Like, he just did so much unexpectedly. So do you think that Goku Black could catch Hit with that same maneuver? Considering that if the fight drags on, I also wanted to ask you, who do you think, in your opinion, would ultimately improve more? Would it be Goku Black or would it be Hit? Because Hit is known for his ever so improving, you know, factors as he fought Goku. When he fought Goku, he used him to improve and, you know, ultimately increase his time skip by a few seconds over and over and over again. By the end of their fight during the Champa arc, he was even able to time skip Kaioken times 10 because he pretty much used Goku as a koi to improve, you know, not just his physical features but also his time skip. So between Goku Black and Hit, who would you see improving more? And do you think that Goku Black would have any sort of opportunity to stab Hit and get the best up on him, just as he did with all the other characters? Or do you think that Hit would be, you know, cunning enough to avoid that and ultimately getting the win over him?
Well, in terms of overall improvement, we know Goku Black gets stronger, he gets faster, and he just grows. He evolves like a Saiyan. So I think overall improvement goes to Goku Black. However, that doesn't mean we can just skimp on the amounts of quality and how awesome Hit is when he improves his time skip as well. So the thing is with that is that we've only seen him go to half a second. That was in the Universe 6 and 7 tournament, 0.5 seconds, I believe.
No, I think he increased it 0.5. Yeah, I think it was 0.5.
Half a second, so half a second, that's it. After that, we didn't see anything more. We saw Hit use a new technique, which is pretty much another variation of the time skip to a degree. Everything stems from time skip, ultimately. However, because it doesn't, I think the question here is not so much that would Goku Black get the opportunity to. The question is, would Hit slip up to that degree to allow Goku Black to get the best of him, or let alone get close enough to him? Because we know Hit, he creates a phantom version of himself, and he's actually somewhere else, and that's where he strikes you from. That's nuts. And we saw Hit fight Goku the second time. He faced him as a Super Saiyan Blue and one-shotted him out of the Super Saiyan Blue and killed him flat out dead. And this is a Goku who was stronger than Goku Black, you know, at that point in time.
But do you think that Black would learn from that, though? Just as Goku did?
No, absolutely not. If you're dead, you're dead. That's it. The thing is, Goku was smart enough to use that Ki Blast to bring himself back to life, as to where Goku Black is, unfortunately, not that smart. Every time we've seen him learn, he had to make a crucial mistake first, and then he would learn going forward. So I think ultimately what it comes down to is if Hit catches him, he's dead, and that's it. There's no coming back from that. That's what ultimately comes down to. So and I think now because we know too much about Hit at this point in time.
Right. And in terms of improvements, you're giving that to Goku Black. And for me, I don't know, that's a little iffy for me, because we saw how much Hit was able to improve. And Hit improved so much during his fight with Goku, during even his fight with Jiren, because according to Kaba, during that time, he was getting hit on purpose just so he can study Jiren and feeling out his punches, even to the point where he even admitted, and he said, now I understand what Son Goku had to go through in terms of having to fight such a high caliber fighter like Jiren. And yes, even though he was able to momentarily pause Jiren or stop him in his tracks by using the paralysis technique, I think that the improvement rate would probably go towards Black, but not, I don't think it would be to such a degree to where Black would be able to have the advantage in terms of improving over Hit so much, because I think that as much as Black would improve and do damage to Hit would improve just as quickly and be on par with him. So, but what I wanted to ask you, in terms of pure speed, right, in terms of pure speed and durability, who would you see having the speed factor minus time skip? We're just talking about, you know, regular agility, regular speed. In terms of speed and being able to take the most punishment, who would that go towards? Because I think for me, speed would probably go to Hit, but I think in terms of durability, that has to go to Black, because Black had taken so much punishment, I think, from various different fighters, Vegeta, Rage, Trunks, and he was able to dust himself off. So I think that in terms of durability, that goes towards Black. In terms of speed, I would have to give that towards Hit in terms of like agility and overall being sharp like on the battlefield. But in your opinion, who do you think that would go towards, and would that even have the advantage going forward in terms of like them having the upper hand on the other in terms of like those fields?
Well, first we just saw Hit take an ass kicking from Jiren and live to tell the story. Like he took a beating from Jiren, lasted longer than a Super Saiyan Blue Goku, who was much stronger than Goku Black was at that point in time. Hit has been established as probably one of the tankiest characters in Dragon Ball Super thus far.
Right.
I gotta give it to Hit, and my son agrees too. He's here with me. So I think Hit has established himself as probably one of the most durable characters. Yes, Goku Black did get an ass kicking, but let's look at it realistically. That was Vegeta, who wasn't going all out against Goku Black, I would wager. Okay, Super Saiyan 2 Goku, who wasn't going all out against base Goku Black, right? The only person who can argue who was actually giving it his all was Trunks. And I'm not shitting on Trunks, but when you look at it realistically, comparing apples to apples, it's not the same, right? This apple is not the same as that apple. This is like red apple versus like Gala apple or Honey Crisp. Right. Completely different. So I think overall, Hit has really established himself and proven to us that he can take attacks from Kaioken times 10 Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Okay, he can fight Goku the second time. I think that was a little rushed. But then looking at him in the tournament, him fighting Jiren, him taking an ass kicking against Jiren, actually using Jiren's attacks to adapt to where he's going to strike.
He's studying it, yeah. He got hit on purpose.
The thing with Dispo, just coming off of his fight with Dispo, going at Jiren, no problem.
Dispo blitzed him, and he was able to kind of register what he did,
Exactly. So ultimately, I think durability hands down goes to Hit. Speed is different because Hit kind of relies on his time skip to use speed. So we're not denying that Hit is a fast character either. He's an assassin. He has to be quick. However, I think his speed primarily comes or is derived from time skip itself. I would probably give it a tie. I would say in terms of time because they're both equally on a comparative level when it comes to improvement, I think. But Hit kind of really relies on time skip, and because of that, I wouldn't mind if somebody were to tell me, no, Goku Black is probably faster, or Goku Black can improve overall, in terms of quality.
Yeah, that's considering also his instant transmission, if that would even help him in this cause.
That's under the assumption it helps him. So I don't really know. I can't really give you a definitive answer in terms of speed, but hands down durability goes to Hit thus far.
I think that it's safe to say we haven't really seen both of these guys really go all in, because that's considering if Goku Black was able to use Kaioken, that's considering if Hit were able to go at full power 100%. I think by the end of this fight, in my opinion, I would have to favor Hit, and I think that Hit would kill him. However, I think that by the end of this, it wouldn't be an easy battle because Hit would be fighting someone essentially almost equal to him in terms of improvement rate, in terms of strength, because Goku Black, during that time, he wasn't a scrub. He really did take punishment from various characters and was able to come back from that and improve ever so more just to hang in there. Same thing goes with Hit. Hit used Goku during that fight, during the Champa arc, to improve himself. Like, he even admitted, he was like, I never came across someone like you. It's essential that maybe he could have wrung him out during that time, but he didn't. I mean, even Champa was like, yo, what are you doing? Ring him out, and he didn't want to do so. He used Goku for that time being to improve as a fighter himself. I think by the end of this, Hit would definitely win. As I said, I don't see this being easy for either of them, considering the fact that I think that in the beginning, Hit would definitely love to see what this guy has to do, or essentially what he has to offer, because he is, Son Goku in an essence. Like, he has his body, so I could definitely see Hit, along the lines of trying to use him to see what he can do and possibly even improve himself. But by the end of it, I think that if he were to able to land that one shot to the heart, I think it'll be over for him. Unless, of course, Black can adapt from that and just grow through that, which would be insane. But we would like to know what you guys have to say down in the comment section below. Or do you guys favor Goku Black, or do you guys favor Hit? We're going to use Hit from the Tournament of Power, and we're also going to use Goku Black from his final moments with Vegeta during the Future Trunks story. So if anybody out there has anything to add in terms of depth, in terms of feats, you guys can go on ahead and drop them down below. We aren't really considering Kaioken for Goku Black because, again, it falls under the notion that maybe he knew it, maybe he did not. So since we haven't seen it come from Goku Black, we can't really use Kaioken, but we can only imagine as to how much of a deadly fighter he would be with Kaioken.
Honestly, I would say if they want to use Kaioken, that's fine too, because Hit overcame that, so it's not really a big deal.
So you think even with Kaioken, for example, you think Hit would still take it?
Well, like I said, he overcame it before. He can do it again, I would imagine. So it just really comes. I mean, if people want to use that and go under the assumption that he can use Kaioken, I think that's fine, because I think it's the best thing that we can do, because Goku Black happened last year. Yeah. So as to where Hit is just a few weeks ago, so it only makes sense to give Goku Black some kind of advantage, I would say. But even so, I still think Hit takes that, no problem. I don't want to say no problem in terms of like, one shot he'll stomp him, but I'm just saying, like, overall, realistically speaking, I just don't see Goku Black touching Hit at this point in time.
Honestly, this fight would result in someone dying indefinitely, because looking at how Hit is structured as a fighter and looking at how Goku Black is structured as a fighter, neither one of these fighters, I think, would accept just a measly victory, and thus I believe that in the end there has to be a definitive winner in the idea that someone is left standing and the other one is, pretty much dead on the ground. And I feel personally that Goku Black, if given enough time to improve, just just like Hit, I think that he would give Hit a definite run for his money. If not anything, I think that Goku Black would adapt a bit faster than Hit. However, Hit does have the ability to use his time cage. He does have the ability to, use that one singular strike in trying to end the entire fight from there. And it's quite unknown as to how strong Goku Black could have eventually have been, because we saw the fusion occur relatively too quick as Zamasu was going to be sealed away, with both Black and Zamasu having to talk about a change of plans and using the Potaras. I personally feel that a lot of people would be underestimating both Hit and Goku Black, and I want you guys to give these two a fair playing field in the idea that number one, they both adapt, number two, using both of their abilities to their max. And I think by the end, the only thing that will favor Hit in this situation is being able to lock Goku Black within the time cage and continuously have him go through that loop, as did Jiren. But the only difference is I don't see Goku Black emerging out of this like Jiren did in breaking Hit's time seal to get out of that loop. But post your comments down below, guys. We would like to know what you guys have to say down below. Do you guys favor Hit in this situation? Do you guys favor Goku Black in this situation? What are your overall expectations for both fighters? Who do you guys think would win at the end of the day? Would it be Goku Black or would it be Hit? Hashtag Hit or hashtag Goku Black. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Once again, if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to go ahead and smash that subscribe button, turn on all notifications on the channel, and of course, if you guys enjoyed and want to see more, go ahead and leave a like down below. The official playlist to the What If series is going to be located down below alongside Emosh's channel as well. Check it out down below, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you all in the next Dragon Ball battle. Take it easy, guys. Peace.